Okay, so let's get into this. There's this narrative we always hear that Linux has finally arrived.
Right, that it's ready for the desktop.
Exactly, that you could just switch over from Windows or Mac OS and you'd never know the difference. But the source we're diving into today, it really puts that idea to the test.
It's a real stress test, for sure.
We're asking, is that modern Cinnamon desktop really so easy? Or are we, just one bad click away from ending up back in the old MS-DOS days?
It's a fantastic reality check. We're following these two students, Kesser and Steen, and their mission is pretty specific.
Yeah, it's not a standard install.
No, they're trying to upgrade an older school laptop, and here's the kicker. It's running Linux Mint entirely from a USB stick.
Which is already asking for trouble, I think. So they're going from version 22.2, Zara, to the beta of 22.3, Xena.
And the whole promise of Mint is that the update manager will just, handle that for you. It should be simple.
A nice graphical button, you click it, it works.
Right. That's the theory. But here's where it all falls apart. The graphical manager, that friendly interface, it just flat out refused to see the update.
Oh, that's the worst feelings.
That classic problem, right?
Okay.
The YouTube gurus are all saying, just click here, but on your machine,
Huh?
the button just isn't there.
I feel that. The GUI is your best friend until it decides it doesn't know you. So Steen had to pivot. He had to open up the terminal window.
And the source literally calls it falling back into the old DOS world.
It's such a jarring shift. You go from this experience called Cinnamon, which sounds warm and inviting,
To a black screen with a blinking cursor. And we actually have this image that just captures the perfect human error.
Okay, let's break this down for everyone because it's so specific. Steen typed sudo apt-get get update.
And that little space, that one extra space, just broke everything.
It's a precision game, isn't it? The
Right.
system shot back an error, option G not understood.
Exactly. And to a person, apt-get looks fine. It looks like what you meant to type.
Right. But to the computer, that space means you're running the apt command and then giving it three separate options.
That GE and a TT. It's not a typo. It's a totally different command.
It's a syntax error. And it just goes to show, the surface might be modern, but the engine underneath, it still demands that old school DOS level precision.
So once he fixed it, removed the space, made it apt-get,
Hmm.
then the magic happened.
The update manager suddenly woke up. The graphical interface started working again.
But just getting the code right was only half the battle, wasn't it? Because they're doing this on a live USB stick.
Oh, yeah. And the details here are just hilarious. This wasn't a quick, slick YouTube edit. The whole upgrade took an hour.
An entire hour.
And the hardware was just screaming. The source says the USB stick got so hot, and I love this quote, you could roast sausages for a hot dog on it.
I can just picture that. You're just staring at a wall of text you don't understand while your USB drive is literally trying to melt. And speaking of not understanding, the source also mentions they're seeing all this jargon fly by on the screen. Words like cinnamon and muffins.
Muffins.
Yeah, muffins. To a developer, that's the window manager. But to Kesser and Steen, it's a baked good. They had no idea what was happening. They were flying completely blind.
But they did eventually land the plane.
They did. We see the screenshot. Linux Mint 22.3, Cinnamon 64-bit. They made it.
But not without a cost, it sounds like. The source says the computer was almost thrown into a snowdrift out of sheer frustration.
And that, I think, is the real takeaway here. The software is free, sure, but there's this huge gap between the easy Cinnamon experience on the surface.
And the gritty reality underneath.
Exactly. The moment that polish chips off, you're not a user anymore. You're a mechanic.
It really makes you think. If a modern OS upgrade still makes you debug syntax and worry about your hardware overheating to the point you want to throw it in the snow, have we really made computing easier?
Or have we just gotten better at hiding the complexity?
That is the question, isn't it? When the interface fails, you still have to speak the machine's language.
You really do.
Something to think about next time you just hit update. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.